Hello, Internet. It is day 80 of 365, day 32 of the Media Fest, and as you can see, the day is encapsulated by that embarrassed emoji, or flushed emoji, whatever. It's with the emoji because it's one of those days that describes it more than anything, including that this is take two. I had a beautiful summation of the day where I talked about a lot of stuff and I went into like theology and it was so cool. I was so excited. But as I'm editing, the sound did not work. And it's not even like, because again, if you're not me and you're watching this, you're like, oh, her equipment sucks. This is embarrassing. No, it was even worse than that. I don't know what I did wrong. But there was no recording of the sound, and yeah, so I just talked for 20 minutes and none of the sound came out. So that was embarrassing. But as I was talking about this before, I'm getting better at dealing with embarrassment. Here's the thing: doesn't matter how old you are, embarrassing is still embarrassing. You can't change that. What you can do is how to approach from that, how to liven up your sense of humor, how to just say, oh, yeah, that was dumb. You know, like, yeah, it's just like, how else are you gonna deal with that? And here's the thing: what you might find embarrassing, someone else might find endearing. And if someone also is like a jerk and makes fun of you for it, own it. Say, yeah, that was dumb. That's where I am right now. You know, me failing my Media Fest marshmallow test and then having too many marshmallows and now I have a stomach ache. Go with the metaphor. It's embarrassing. What are you gonna do? There's another thing where I'm like admitting something, and I've had this conversation with God, and it's really funny because on the one hand I'm really embarrassed, but on that other level it's like that embarrassment is bringing about, it's like redeeming it in some ways. Like I'm letting go of the pride and the anxiety and the whatever behind it, and now I'm just like, ooh, that was embarrassing. All right, let's move on. But it's also kind of like, it's like that thing, it's those videos when you know, when people slip and you go, whoa, and then, but somehow you miraculously get out of it without breaking your face. Yeah, it was kind of embarrassing, especially if someone saw, but you're okay, you know? I mean, if the worst outcome of that situation is just this feeling of like, where your heart's beating faster and adrenaline's kicking in or whatever hormone that is associated, and then you're like, take a breath. Oh my God, take a breath. And then you're just like, you know what, I'm okay. That's what it is. I'm seeing the other side of embarrassment. Much like when you see the other side of a fear. Yeah. I think, in all honesty, everything I said in that my take one, because this isn't my first take two, but this is the first time when I'm like, that's funny. When I've been talking about the different kinds of embarrassment, and now there's some stuff I remember, and I'm like, I don't want to say it again, because this whole journey, this whole thing is about off the cuff. For myself, my future self, but also in see this makes sense. Mic is crapping out on me. And there's a little bit of static noise, it's bad, but the sound was being captured. Before, it was nothing. Which is weird, because if the mic doesn't work, then at the very least some other mic picks up the sound, but there was like no sound. I'm not a Luddite. I'm just lazy. Which is why I'm just like, take two. But now all the thoughts from take one are like, ugh, do I say it again? Then it sounds rehearsed and planned, and I don't want it to be that. See? It's like even they took notes. Don't want me to say stuff. Okay, so here's the highlights. Here's the key points. Number 1, I am overcoming embarrassment. Number 2, flushed face also is like levels of flush, from workout, anyway, that's why I chose that emoji. Okay, there's another reason I chose this, but I actually am like, oh, that may be a level of embarrassment too much, where I'm like, oh, do I talk about this? Because then it's really embarrassing, and then I can say key words that will associate with something, because I don't know how the algorithm works. I don't know, but people still find their way to my corner of the internet, and I'm like, yeah, it could be relatable, but I'm also like confronting the reality. There's a level of embarrassment where I'm like, I don't think I could share that with the internet, with strangers. Maybe in person, if you somehow found me in a coffee shop and said, okay, what's the really embarrassing thing? Or what's the thing that made you think about embarrassment, but it's helping you solve your own embarrassment, but it's also so embarrassing that you can't talk about it. Years. So many years. But it's okay. God appreciates me. I'm loved. I'm protected. And I'm somehow still on this journey. Oh, okay. So this is what I'll talk about, because this is like a thought. I am the queen of half-written journals. I have so many journals that I've started, and I look through it, and like, some have beautiful handwriting. Some is like, this girl is trying her best to write down words so that future her can look at. But then somehow, I always have this like gap of pages, because like, I don't know. It's not even like I move on, but it's like I forget about it. I don't know. It's embarrassing. The amount of journals I've started and is embarrassing. That sort of thing sort of hit me with this. I said 365. I said I'd do this for a year. And like the weight of time kind of hit me where I'm like, oh my gosh, am I really going to do this for a year? I went through phases, like where I was like, oh, I think I remember I was like, oh my gosh, do I do this? Like, this is the internet. Oh, my mic, I can hear it. It's so... Oh, okay. Again. Alright, future Anne. I'm gonna apologize to your ears, because this is hurting me as I record it. Maybe one day I'll get really good equipment and I'll know what to do so this doesn't happen. But until then, cringe. Be embarrassed. It's okay. You've moved on. You're gonna live another day. Maybe. That would be funny. I do have a very dark sense of humor. I do need to work on that. I forgot my thought. That's so funny. Okay. But yeah, the daunting thing of finishing this. It's day 80 of 365. I'm not even a third of the way through. Like, filling a year. Huge. Can I do it? Would it be embarrassing? I mean, truly, short of death, I'm gonna honor the commitment of this. And the crazy thing is, like, we don't know what's gonna happen, right? Let's say, for example, I win the lottery tomorrow. Let's just say. The number one rule, usually, because I've thought about this, is that if you win the lottery, you kind of disappear a little bit because people come out of the woodwork to try to get money off of you. So you just, but I'm like, I can't hide because I said I'd do this. So the question becomes, can I be a humble lottery winner? Is that even possible? I did talk about publishing my book. Once you publish a book, even if it sucks, even if you're an independent publisher, you published a book. Now, out there in this little corner of the internet, which I'm like, anonymity, just spew out your thoughts for future self. And for the random person who watches, listen, again, if the algorithm led you this way, welcome. My content isn't content in the sense of like just me telling stories. So you are welcome to stay, but I'm also like, you can go. You have permission. I won't be offended. Click through and buy. Yeah. But if you do hang around, just think of me as that weird. I am weird. I'm not normal. I'm pretty sure if I got tested, I would clearly test for neurodivergence. Like, my brain can't be normal. No way. I don't mean that in a bad way. I actually appreciate the way that I look at life. It's complicated, but it's beautiful. But anyway, if you're here joining me and you're not future me, you're welcome to stay. But like I said, it's not going to get any better. It's just going to be variations of this. Me talking into a microphone, recapping my day, giving it a theme. I think it helps me organize, to have like a theme around it. Maybe? I don't know. But I am Christian. I am a creative. I am old. I'm young enough to still do stuff, but I'm old where I get cantankerous. Yes, I said that word. I love that word. I don't think I've gone full sardonic, but I just like saying big words. Alright. Anyway, now that I've fully embarrassed myself again, because here's the thing, and I think this is really funny that the algorithm has done this so far. 99% of my videos, 0. I'm not even watching it. I'm waiting until a year from now, right? But every once in a while I use, and I don't know why I have views. And then the ones where I'm conscious of it, and I comment and I say, hi internet, like, hello. Those are the ones with no views. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Am I embarrassed by the fact that when I address someone other than future me, like those videos are the one with no views? I don't know. The internet is a funny place. It's interesting. It's the wild, wild west. And I like having my own little corner. If I go with the West 4, I think I am in that old town. I'm not the saloon, you know? The saloon is high traffic. I think I am... What is the necessary but oft forgotten place? I am the school. No, that would be bad. Let's just say I am... Oh, I know what I am. No, that's really funny. No, I don't know, but it's, you know, you see the old western town with the streets and everything has a place for it. I'm that corner store that everyone knows about, but no one really visits because no one really needs to go there. But if you go there, it's a good time. That's who I am. Today has been day 80 of 365, day 32 of the media fast. A day in the life of with the blushed emoji. Alright, my headphones are falling off. Good night, internet. See you tomorrow. Happy spring.